scene from the award-winning series Succession, starring our next guest. Please welcome the very talented J. Smith-Cameron.
Jay, is it really true that we used to be neighbors?
Yes, yes. Long ago, when our daughters were little, we lived on, well, I won't say exactly where, but in Bridgehampton.
Yes.
And we had big, high box hedges. But our nanny was obsessed with you guys. And she was like, Kelly Ripa lives next door. I was like, leave them alone, because we could hear kids in the pool and everything. And one time, I think Nellie's ball went through, and she kind of meekly went through, and like came back, through the big box hedge.
I wish I had known.
She was so thrilled.
Did we make a lot of noise? Did we make too much noise? Did we make too much noise?
No.
I want to apologize for the mariachi band on the 4th of July.
Yeah, we did have a mariachi band on the 4th of July.
Music, but it was good.
I wish I had known that we had daughters the same age. They could have played all the time.
I know.
We just didn't know.
So
You
nice.
don't know.
That's how it is.
But it's the final season of Succession. We are devastated about that.
Me too.
How do you feel about it?
I feel pretty devastated.
Yeah.
It's been such a great ride, like the whole thing. And, you know, I was supposed to be just a temporary character. I was started as a guest, and then they wrote me into every episode that first year, and then I became a regular, and then it got to be kind of a real part. And I feel like I sort of partly made up that role myself, because it started as sort of one of the suits and it wasn't that defined. And then just the same way Carl and Frank were more defined by those actors, like we really feel almost a sense of ownership in part about all the personality of our characters that we've created.
Jerry in particular fascinates us because we were so convinced that you had some sort of corporate media background, because you embody this very steely, nimble woman.
Wiley.
I like that. Wiley.
It takes a certain amount of like EQ and IQ to like raise to that rank.
I like the way you put that.
But you embody it.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
I'm sure the writers saw that and wrote that as well.
It's so funny because I play this, I played the general counsel of this huge, like huge corporation, and I don't know anything about business or law.
Shocking to us.
But they have incredible consultants on that show that they use to write, and then the actors are free to discuss things with, and we just do research as we go along, and I don't know, I channeled it from somewhere.
And the relationship between you and Roman, was that something that you guys started?
Yes, I'm afraid of it.
Oh my God.
Just by your own banter, your own relationship.
Well, we would kind of flirt on set, like we're old friends. And my husband has, like Kieran's been in a lot of Kenny's movies and plays, and so I've known him forever. And Rory, his younger brother, was in Kenny's first movie when he was a little boy. So I've just known forever, and we were, you have nerves on set, and so and it was just such a, we were already friends. So it was so funny that those two characters would flirt.
So you cling to the people you know, right?
Yeah, you kind of feel a rapport with them, So there would be some like banter, but it would be flirtatious because we knew it was kind of inappropriate and silly. And then Succession has this thing they do where they'll sometimes end the scene, but they don't call cut. And the camera's still rolling.
Interesting.
And the actors then improv some. And so we had this one time at the when we were filming the end of season 1, where we had this definitely flirtatious banter at a bar. We were talking about how no one knew how to make a martini, and we were kind of flirting, and then we could hear them laughing at Video Village, where they are. And then the next thing I know, we come back for season 2, and they're like, Alan Ruck is like, I heard you're Roman's love interest for season 2. And I was, what?
I don't want it to end. Like, I know it's ended-ish, but I don't want it to end.
And you got to come back even when it ends. Please, will you come back? And
of course.
You've got another project coming out.
Film?
Yes, there's a film called The Year Between. It's an indie movie that I love. That's about a young woman who has bipolar condition. She goes away to college. So she's at, early 20s, and she has this terrible experience, and she has to come home and figure out she has bipolar and get treated. And it's really great, but it's particularly wonderful because it uses humor, but you also learn about her condition, and it's very much about a family.
All right, gotta watch Succession Sundays at 9 p.m. on HBO and HBO Max. Next, we're gonna try some partner yoga. Do you want to do some partner yoga with us?
Thruple yoga when we return. Stick around.